Thank you for tuning in to another episode with CJuliusWorkout. Here I have my lovely wife, Amber. Say hi, Amber.
Hello.
All right, guys. So today we're going to go over 4 reasons why you shouldn't go to the gym or do weightlifting. I'm going to have Amber go ahead and give you guys the first one, and we're going to kind of do it like in a dialogue where she's going to maybe explain one or I'll explain one, and we'll kind of give our opinions of why we agree or disagree. And down in the comments, guys, give your opinion. Give some different techniques that you do, things that maybe you do that aren't weightlifting to kind of stay in shape or kind of, how do you maintain, and that way you don't feel pressure to do things you don't want to do. So I'll take it away.
Alrighty, I guess I'm kicking it off. I am so honored that you asked me to be a part of the video, first off. But one reason that a lot of people don't go to the gym is just due to anxiety. And feeling like you're going to be judged when you may not know how to use certain equipment, or you may not have the most perfect form, or whatever the case may be, or if you're just really self-conscious about your appearance. So I think that's part of the reason people don't go to the gym. It's just due to the judgmental zone, even though Planet Fitness is meant free, but they still judge you.
That's really interesting. So I think a lot of people think that I just kind of always look like this, so-and-so. But I remember when I first started working out in college, it was my junior year. And I remember when I would go to the gym, I would only go on the machines because I was worried about my form not being right or just getting anxiety from other men that were bigger at the time. Mm-hmm. So I started there, kind of built up like my kind of build a routine, started kind of putting on some size and started learning other things. Mm-hmm. And through my knowledge, it increased my confidence level, and it reduced the amount of anxiety I had when it came to doing weightlifting. So it's just something to think about. I mean, there are other ways to kind of push through that. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy. I just want to give people think, oh, you just not like I have anxiety too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely. Going to the gym can be very intimidating. I played tennis for, about 15 years. And after I played tennis, I started gaining weight. And so I became very self-conscious about the way I looked and the way that people viewed me. And so going to the gym and seeing, other women, like in relation to you and other men, seeing other women, that are more fit than I am, or what I used to look like, and see kind of their, their body, and it just kind of made me feel like, oh, I'm never going to look like that. But sometimes we just really have to build that self-confidence in ourselves and almost bring out like that little, that lion in us, like that competitiveness. And for me, with weightlifting, when I, did go to the gym, especially with him, I remember telling him, I like going into the weight section. I think a lot of ladies know it as kind of like the men's section or like sausage fest. I don't know, whatever. But I like to go in there because I almost like competing with them. And so for me personally, that helped build self-confidence in myself, and kind of got rid of that anxiety in a way.
That's interesting. I feel like we're both saying the same thing. Where like you found things that you could take that were positive, things you could do, and it allowed you to overcome your anxiety.
That's true.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do the next one. So the next one is, you don't enjoy going to the gym or weightlifting. I think a lot of people, I see this all over Instagram, all over everything I go on. Right, it's all about booty, this, and that. Here's my question. Is that actually what you want? Because if that's what you want, then yes, you do need to do weightlifting, right? But let's say you're somebody who just wants to be able to run a really fast mile. Well, running for you or just getting on the bike is enough for you. Like, make sure you enjoy what you're actually doing. Don't just be doing weightlifting because everyone else is doing it. If you don't like doing it, then don't do it. Then just make sure that it aligns, which another thing we'll probably talk about later is your goals. Make sure it aligns to your goals. But if you don't enjoy doing something, don't do it. Maybe you like playing basketball. Go play basketball. You can have a nice fit body playing basketball. It is not all about how your body looks. A lot is about your health and your fitness. Like, do you have good cardiovascular health? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a lot of visceral fat? That's really important. Like, you can be a heavier person and still be athletic. You'll find hitting people out there who are heavier, that do gymnastics, that do all these dance classes, and they're in great shape. Now, they may not necessarily have the physique that you quote unquote say is healthy, but they're doing what they love to do, and being in love with yourself and being comfortable with you is really half the battle. I mean, being in shape is one thing, but loving yourself, being able to dedicate time to yourself is huge, and that's what weightlifting is for me. Like, I enjoy it, so it's dedication to me. But for other people, that may be dancing, that may be horseback riding, whatever it may be. Enjoy what you do.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I like going to the gym, but I would say probably over these past 4 to 6 months, I haven't really been going to the gym, but and I think it's just due to us relocating from Virginia Beach to Charlotte, and just trying to get our bearings, get used to my new surroundings. And so the gym wasn't necessarily a priority for me, but I was able to find a really cool dance fitness studio that they do pole fitness, this thing called trap yoga. They play trap music during yoga.
Hey.
It's awesome. And they do twerking classes, and that in itself is just a full body workout. So I do other things aside from going to the gym and weightlifting. Not saying that I don't enjoy weightlifting. I just found something else that I enjoy better, to where it helps me build that self-confidence and that self-love, kind of like you were talking about. So again, don't force yourself to go and do something that you don't want to do, because if you do that, you're not going to see the results like at all. I never force myself to go to the gym because I'm like, oh, I have to go to the gym. No, if you go to the gym, you want to kind of look forward to it. Even if you're just like, oh my gosh, this workout is going to kill me. But you just never want to force yourself to do it, because then you're not going to put your all into it. And that can also cause injury if you overexert yourself. So that's just my take on it.
So true. Well, I just realized I actually stole your point.
You did. It's
yeah,
cool,
I did.
though.
So you can do my next point, which is number 3. So you can do that.
The gym, gym and weightlifting doesn't match your goals. Well, as you can see, he loves weightlifting.
I do. I love it.
He likes, to set certain personal records for himself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, awesome. But for me personally, weightlifting, I wouldn't say is a goal. Do I want to be strong? Yes. I think I'm definitely a strong woman, inside and out. But if it doesn't match your goals, then going back to what we just said earlier, like, don't force yourself to do it. Find something else that you can set your own goals to. Like, for example, when I go to my dance studio, I just started taking pole fitness classes. That mess is hard. I never really thought that it would be hard, but it takes a lot of your own body strength to get up on that pole. And so for me, I want to be able to climb the pole. That's literally my next goal, is to be able to actually climb and pull myself up. So you can have other goals with something that you enjoy. So that's just my take.
I think that's a really dope point. Like, so when I think about matching your goals, it's like, so for example, right, a lot of people right now are really into the whole, I gotta have a big butt, I've gotta have a big butt. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, I think there are ways to do that outside of going to weightlifting. Mm-hmm. I think even some of your classes, you guys are doing so many repetitions of things that are using your glutes, your lower back, your hamstrings, a lot of your posterior chain is getting worked, right? You're doing that every week. And you guys introduce new routines. You guys introduce new exercises on the pole. You do maybe more twerk burpees.
Twerk burpees.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Yeah. I'll demo it for you guys, like, not now, but later.
That video will be dropping anyways. So like twerk burpees, twerk carousel.
Oh my god!
They introduce all these new exercises. Your guys are bound to like have that progressive overload, which is what like weightlifters look for to put on more size. So you can do the things you want to do in other ways. It's just weightlifting is traditional, and it's very simple to understand what to do to get there, in my opinion. Maybe other people feel differently.
No, I disagree with that.
Why you disagree with that?
I don't think it's simple, weightlifting. I mean, until I met him or you, I mean, aside from maybe my dad kind of teaching me how to do different things, like on the, Smith machine or on the weight bench and stuff, I mean, I didn't really know, how to progress in my weightlifting. Really until I started dating you. I didn't really even know there was a such thing as a progression in weightlifting. I just thought people just automatically, you just lift 500 pounds, because you're just strong. But that's just me. That was my own.
Yeah, that's true.
I was honestly kind of stupid to the fact.
No, you're not stupid. To me, like, I've been learning about it for so long. I just think it's simple, but it's really not simple.
It's really not, and maybe that's another video you could talk about.
Yeah, like on how to like. Not just how to structure a workout, but while you're structuring the way you're structuring it to progress. Like getting down to like the smallest granularity of like how to explain how to get there. Because I guess it's not very intuitive when I think about it.
Yeah, and I mean, even when we would do my strength checks, and just learning the proper form on a weight bench when you're Lord, I can't remember the name of it, chest press. Yeah. When you're doing that, and so. Even just the form and making sure you're not injuring yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Things like that. So.
Yeah, because bench press is one of those ones that's not.
Bench press. I said chest press.
No, it's the same thing.
I know, but bench press and chest press. Though.
Bench is usually, when you're like on the bench, but it's like in chest. But yeah. All right. Well, I'll go to the last question. The last reason why you shouldn't go to the gym. You have other competing priorities.
Yes, Lord.
Man, if you have them, don't be scared of them. Address them, okay? So, perfect example. When I worked at a job back in Virginia, me and my team, we did every day, twice a day? We'd walk up and down our steps. We would do 10 flights. Sweating like a dog, hard, intense workout. And it was like, look, guys, okay, if you can't go to the gym, that's fine. But I know you can find 10 to 15 minutes to do a quick walk at work, maybe twice. I don't see why that's unreasonable. And it's like, you may not have time to go to the gym. You may not have time to even really go walking, whatever it may be time. But I guarantee you got time either at work, in between picking your kids from school. You have some like lag time in something where you're probably laying around the couch, watching TV, or doing, that's those times you should be like, and you only need to do it maybe twice a day when you're sitting there thinking like, you know what, I could go for a walk right now. And I know that may suck, or do something. Maybe you have a bike in your house. Maybe you want to dance put some music on and dance for a few minutes. Whatever it may be. But you have to understand you have these competing priorities. Now, where are the gaps in your life where you're wasting time? Because everyone has time to really relax. And sometimes you're not really relaxing. You may just be, like I said, watching TV when you really should just be sleeping. Or maybe you just got some time in between, maybe going out for a date or going to work. Maybe you got a little bit early. Maybe someone's coming late to something. You're like, oh, man, let me go for a quick walk, But what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely speak to it from a personal experience. I mean, I currently work from home, and, there's definitely pros and cons. I mean, definitely the pros is the flexibility, just being able to be at home, not having to commute and things like that. But the con is that your home is never home because your work is here. And so you always feel like you have to be working. And then you forget about yourself and having that me time. And so, sometimes I will literally step away from the computer and put some music on and just dance like no one's watching. Like, I hope no one's watching, even when the windows are open. But anyway, so like that's sometimes what I'll do. We have a really nice apartment complex here in Charlotte. So sometimes just even going to go check the mail, walking to the leasing office, walking back. There's a Walgreens about a half a mile away from our apartment. So sometimes I walk to Walgreens. I don't need anything. I'm just walking to Walgreens just to get a quick, 20 to 30 minute cardio session and just getting my heart rate up. But also I find it very relaxing because now I've separated myself from work or from my, responsibilities, and really getting that me time in, which I think is super important. And so I think that is definitely a reason not to go to the gym. But yeah, that's just my take.
People, don't get it twisted. Walking, you burn a lot of calories. The next time you're walking, look at your phone or your Fitbit and look at your heart rate when you're walking. Man, you don't need, that's why I walk from, I work in uptown Charlotte, and I walk across this, we have this mall thing, right? And I walk up and down it twice a day. Be burning calories. And it's like, I don't want to be at work anyway. So why not go for a walk? You want a break?
Exactly. Just kind of getting out of, that habit of just like, oh, I always have to be by my computer or, whatever industry you're in. Just make sure that you take that time, because one thing you don't want to do is stress yourself out to the point where now you're having health problems and you won't be able to do anything. So just taking, even if it's just 10 minutes, just taking that time, walk, do some lunges while you walk. I don't know, just anything that will help take that stress away. And also just getting in that me time. That is very important.
Exactly. And that's what we're promoting. That's what I promote on this channel. It's not about like being the strongest person. It's about being healthy and having a fit life.
Exactly.
That's what's important. That's always going to be number one. It's not trying to bench press 500 pounds. I mean, that's great. But it's all about like wellness and being healthy, right? If you're taking drugs to be that big, I mean, that's not healthy, but we're not going to get into that today.
Yeah, just make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Make sure that you put yourself first. It sounds selfish when people say that, but honestly, that's just the truth. Put yourself first before anybody, because most people will put other people before themselves. And that's just not okay. So put yourself first, be healthy, be as active as you possibly can. You don't have to work out for an hour, 10 to 15 minutes, 3-4 days out of the week. That will literally show results in some fashion, because the more active you are, the more really you'll probably eat healthier. You'll probably just make better choices, have just a clearer mind. So just put yourself first. That is the topic of this video. Put yourself first.
That's very true.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Check me out at CJuliusWorkout on Instagram. Check me out some other videos on YouTube. Like I said, if you have any suggestions in the comment box as far as reasons why you don't go to the gym, right? Put them in the comments. You have any suggestions for any further videos we should do? Put a comment down there. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Peace.